we've got today. David, by golly, hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along the ringside, and we're ready to go in just a moment with an outstanding championship wrestling program. Dave, what do we got?
Well, we're going to start today with Constant and Ashley. Steve and Tim will be here as a tag team. Good opening match today. Following that, we'll have a single match. A little bit later on, we will have, we'll have another tag team match, as a matter of fact, coming up. And in this one, get ready for Stan and Steve. The fabulous ones will be here. Then we'll have the King, Jerry Lawler, in that single match I mentioned, and the interns will be here in tag team action. 8-man tag team match.
No.
It's going to be Lanny Poffo, Joe Lightfoot, Mark and Brad Batten on one side of the ring. On the other, we'll have Frazier, Bryant, Mr. Wrestling, and Eddie Gilbert.
Planned chaos right here on Championship Wrestling today with that 8-man in there. I'll tell you something else we've got today, and if I can, I'm going to get up, so watch me and walk around. We've got a guy here that I have heard about, and both of us have been around wrestling a long time, but you don't meet everybody all of the time, and I've heard about this guy as one of the legends of managers, and he is dropping by today, so I asked him if he would come on out here and say hi. Let's have a welcome for Tux Newman. Tux, come on out here. Just as a matter of information, and if this doesn't stop all the wrestling fans, let me just drop some of the names. Tux has had Andre the Giant. He has had the Sheik. He's had Bob Backlund. He could go on and on. Plus the fact this guy knows about as many Hollywood stars as anybody I think I know. Tux, thanks for coming.
Well, being from Hollywood, Lance, and, you know, it's quite a change to come here to Memphis. It's a nice-looking city. And I might say the people should dress a little bit neater and always be immaculately attired, especially when they come to wrestling, because, as you know, wrestling is one of the finest sports in the world today. It always was, it always will be. This is the hotbed, or so I've been told.
Yes.
Right now.
And particularly tag teams. Boy, we really have.
You've got some great tag teams. There's no question about it. But you see, wrestling is a science. It's an exact science. And what we do is, and what I do especially well, Lance, is I take that science and I manipulate and I work and I calculate, and I can almost precisely tell exactly when a man can be beaten on the mat. It's that simple.
I've heard
it's mathematically been proven time and time again. I will prove it. There's no question about it. Now, you've had some great wrestling managers here in the South.
Yes.
You had all of them, and they all say, I've got lots of money and I can do this. But you know what's more important than money? It's intelligence, and that's what I have.
Tux, I have heard that in the background of your managing that you use computers in studying some of the wrestlers.
Isn't that what it is all about today? It's computers.
But I've never heard of that in wrestling.
Aha, you see, you've never heard about it. Either have all of these people and all the people watching out there. You have never heard about it, but you will. There's going to be some big changes, and I mean big changes right here in the South. And I'm going to create those changes, and you're going to see them very soon, I promise you.
Tux, we appreciate your... Listen, we don't really have the time because we've got a match coming up with a fine young team of Constant and Ashley you may want to take a look at. Can you come back a little bit later and maybe we can...
I'd like to. There's a few men I'd like to see wrestle, and also I'd like to talk about a good friend of mine, and that's Andy Kaufman. I'd like to bring that up later if I may.
Okay, Tux Newman. I think you may have said the wrong thing in the wrong area of the country, Tux, but we'll be talking to you later. Let's take time out. We're going to be back in just a moment.
Up on a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match here. Introducing both from Memphis, Tennessee at a total of 453 pounds. Over on the left, Jesse Owens and his partner, David Johnson. Going against him at a total weight of 457 pounds. From Louisville, Kentucky, Steve Constant and Tim Ashley. This match will be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun's the referee.
Boy, what a couple of specimens, Constant and Ashley. Young on experience, super athletes, and here we go, David.
All right. Constant backing away. Jesse Owens up in the air, body slam. There's a tag made, and here comes Tim. He waits. Ooh. Down to the mat goes Jesse Owens. Off the rope. Nice backdrop, boy. Ashley had him rolling. He kept him going that way and dumped him hard on the mat. Constant and Ashley tagging out. Keeping the fresh man in there. Jesse Owens doing the same thing for his team as he tags, and David Johnson's coming in. Johnson says, hey, let's start this off. A little handshake. He finds himself a victim of the atomic knee drop. Up in the air. David Johnson is thrown to the mat. Boy, Constant and Ashley really looking good here in the opening moments of this match. And to the mat goes Johnson. Tag made. Tim Ashley coming in. We're a minute 30 seconds into the action here. 10 minutes overall time limit. David Johnson. Well, he was going to use the shoulder butt, but instead he ran right in. Mr. Ashley standing there. There's a nice body slam. Tag made. Steve coming back in now. Johnson outsized here considerably by both Constant and Ashley. There's a cover. One. Count of one. Little interference from outside by Jesse Owens. So before the 2 count even fell, the referee stopped the count. Dumped over the back. David Johnson lying on the mat. He's rolling toward the corner and gets the tag. Jesse Owens will be coming in. Tim Ashley facing Jesse Owens. Owens whipped into the turnbuckles. A power slam. 1, 2, and 3. Steve Constant jumped in to keep David Johnson from interfering. They had been interfered with once before. And Constant and Ashley, most impressive here. Going against the team of Jesse Owens and David Johnson as they get the win. The time on it, 2 minutes, 54 seconds, 2:54. And really, really impressive win for Constant and Ashley.
Yeah, those young fellas really are strong. They've spent a lot of time in there building those bodies and their athletic abilities. Talking about a guy that spent some time, one of the great names, we were talking to Tux Newman earlier, and he has had some great champions. He probably knows this guy because he's from Hollywood. Nick Bockwinkel, who lives in Beverly Hills, California. Got a little special on Nick. Let's take a look at it.
I paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And that mistake, I've made a few. I've had my share, I can't
Here on Channel 7's Championship Wrestling in a minute. Wednesday night, my friend. Make your plans to be right out there now because we got 6 outstanding matches coming up on Championship Wrestling. One will be a tag match that's going to have a couple of fine young men, Steve Constant and Tim Ashley, going against the big Lieutenant Frazier and Private Jerry Bryant. Constant and Ashley, a couple of well-fit wrestlers, Jerry.
You know what I hate about Constance and Ashley, Lance?
What is that?
They think they're so pretty and wrestle so good. When me and the big man get through with them Wednesday night, they won't be so pretty for those little girls, you know?
The doing is in the ring, not up here talking about it. And then the final event is going to be a Southern heavyweight championship match. Texas Death Rules, which means falls don't count. You go and go and go, you and the King.
That's right. Did you hear about last week, Lance?
Yeah.
Last week, the King had all of his friends with him, and every time I got in the ring with him, trying to get a hold of him, he ran and tagged out. Well, this week, King, is between me and you. That's right. The King and I in a Texas death match. Just like last week, except this week, brother, you can't run. It's coming down to us. It's coming down to Evansville. And, of course, I will prevail. Because all I want to tell you something, brother. Texas death match rules. No time limit, no disqualification. Anything goes. And we went through this one other time, didn't we, Lance?
That's
But
right.
this time, when I win the Southern Heavyweight title, Lawler, you won't want a rematch with me, brother, because when I lay you in the middle of that ring, and when you can't get up at that count, the people will finally know that Eddie Gilbert has taken your place.
Wake up to a new... Stan and Steve, the fabulous ones, bringing the crowd on their way to the ring. Yeah, their opponent stepping in there right now. Ooh. Vader taking a swipe at one of them.
Yeah, if you're going to take a swipe, it's good to be that far away when you take a swipe at one of these.
That was the time to do it.
Yeah. Think these guys don't create excitement and really generate some interest when they come to it? The fans, Stan and Steve, as they go around the ring here, and it's been a while since we've had them live right here on Championship Wrestling, and the crowd, of course, is just delighted to see this super tag team in action. They'll be heavy favorites today. The AWA Southern Tag Champions. And we'll allow a little time for the crowd here to get a chance to shake hands and have a little closer look at a couple of guys that are genuine idols among a lot of people. Stanley, Steve Kern. And we're about ready to hop up in there. I'm also going to see if we can get maybe Tux Newman to come back out. I'd like to have some comments. He's seen them all and like to have some comments on the bad. Dave, how about the official introduction?
All right, one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Total weight 456 pounds over on the left. From parts unknown, that's the Invader. And from Memphis, Tennessee, his partner, Big Lou Winston. Going against him at a total of 459 pounds. From Tampa, Florida, and Delray Beach, Florida, Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the fabulous ones. This one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun will be the referee.
Okay, I think everybody's paired out of whatever equipment they needed to get out of, and we are ready for action. Bell time, and here we go. Stan Lane will be starting out against Big Lou. And the Invader on the outside, watching his partner. He'll learn something if he's not familiar with the fabulous ones. Nice leg scissors, and Stan took him straight on down. Yeah, Tux, come on in if you would, please. If you missed our opening, one of the really big-time managers around professional wrestling, a guy who had Andre the Giant, Bob Backlund, the Sheik, and lots of others. Tux Newman. Tux, we didn't have a chance to talk as much as I wanted to a little earlier. We wanted you to come on out here, and I appreciate you. I want you to take a look at a great, great team. The team of the fabulous ones, Stan Lane and Steve Kern.
Well, thank you, Mr. Russell. And, you know, before, I've heard so much about your outstanding work as a commentator for wrestling, and I just wanted to pay you that compliment because you deserve it. Now, as far as watching the fabulous ones, I'm watching their technique very closely. I'd like to take just a minute and study them, if I may, and then I'll have some sort of an opinion for you.
Okay, they are the current holders of the AWA Southern Tag titles, a couple of gentlemen who believe in physical fitness, and I think one look tells you they're in super shape, and they're going against a team that they're heavily favored over, the Invaders, and Big Lou
good, but there was something missing. Now, let me just...
Steve drove him down, driving that shoulder into the knee, and tagged Stan Lane. Good exchange, and Stan takes over for the Fab. These guys can really move. They've got fine speed, Tux, and that coupled with their strength, I think, is something that...
It's a good elbow, good elbow. I noticed it hit the mark precisely where it should have.
Knocked him over and down, Stan Lane did. Big Lou holding the hand. There's the Invader going to the eyes, figuring a weaker point he might get after Lane. He's trying to choke. Watch out. Here comes Steve Kearns. Invader pressed the point a little too quick, and Stan raised that knee up. He's hobbling just a hair. We see a little limp. Stan had a bad ankle, Tux, in case you didn't know. He's been out for a couple of weeks, and he's really, this is the first time he's been back in action.
Well, the reason he probably had a bad ankle is because he used the wrong move, and...
Big win. 3.5 minutes. The Fabulous Ones come up with a victory over the Invader and Big Lou. And we got to give an effort to the Invader, who was trying hard in there, but no competition for the outstanding champions, the Fabulous Ones. Pretty doggone good tag.
Trying doesn't count. Winning counts. 1, 2, 3.
Well, yeah.
They won. I give them credit.
That's it. That's exactly what they did. They picked up the victory. We're going to have to take a time out, and Tux, if you'll hang around here, we'd like to talk to you a little bit more, too. We really didn't get a chance, but we have a commercial break, and we'll be back in a moment. WVJS. Ooh, real quick, let me tell you, Thursday, March the 14th, Oakland City, Indiana, at the Wood Memorial High School, and Tuesday, March the 19th, at Lewisport, Kentucky. We're talking about Hancock County High School, Wednesday, March the 20th, Ferdinand, Indiana. Thursday, the 21st, at Owensboro, Kentucky. Now, Wednesday night, we're looking at Jet Star against Tracy Smothers, Jerry Oski against Big Iron Mike Sharp, the Phantom against David Haskin, Mr. Wrestling against Joe Lightfoot, Frazier and Bryant against Constant and Ashley, Southern Heavyweight title, Lawler and Gilbert, Texas Death.
The more things... Coming into the area right now is Mad Dog. Here comes the King, stepping up on the apron across the way. This is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match from Chicago. 297 pounds on the left. That is Mad Dog. And going against him from Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
I've got to point out, Dave, Mad Dog in with a chain and a big collar around his neck. He's got a sequined bone. Now, that's a first for me.
That is a first.
It probably would knock your lights out, though, if he hit you with it. That's what he had in mind. I see him hiding it behind his back. We are ready. Bell time, and as we get out of here, we're going to see if we can get Tux Newman to come back in while there's that bone. And, yeah, Tux, come on in and sit down with Davey, if you will. Here, just take this mic.
Yeah, Lawler wanted that bone out of the wrestling area. Mad Dog had just kind of laid it down in the corner over there, and the King said, that's got to get out of here. Tux Newman joining us here for a comment or two about the King during the match. There is the King right there. Lawler a favorite, of course, against Mad Dog. Mad Dog with considerable weight, almost 300 pounds.
Well, you know, you call Lawler the King. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he's another wrestler. He can be beat like any other wrestler. Personally, I hope he wins the AWA World Heavyweight title because I know there are several wrestlers that can beat the so-called King. And speaking about Mr. Lawler, because this is actually my first time watching him in action, I managed Andy Kaufman in Hollywood. I guided him to the pinnacle of his comedy success. Andy told me he was coming to Memphis and he was going to wrestle, and he was going to wrestle a bet, and that was Jerry the King Lawler. Well, you know what happened? Last year, my good personal friend, Andy Kaufman, died. And I want to go on record right here, right now, telling all these wrestling fans that I believe the man you are watching right now in the ring, Jerry the King Lawler, is the cause of Mr. Andy Kaufman's death. And I'm here for a little payback coming for Mr. Lawler. So leave me.
Well, Cox, I have to disagree with you strongly on the comment you just made right there. You're welcome to your opinion, but...
It's a strong opinion, and it's a true opinion. He is the cause of Andy Kaufman's death, and that's my opinion, for what it's worth, and that's a lot.
All right, Tux Newman, you heard it from him. Mad Dog, meanwhile, facing the King, Jerry Lawler, in there right now. Lawler backed onto the rope. Mad Dog with the backdrop.
See? Even a king can fall, right, Bill? Right?
Well, that's true. Kings have been known to hit the mat from time to time, but they come back.
I take nothing away from Jerry Lawler. I mean, I've come all this way from Hollywood. I've flown on a plane all night, and this is the one man that I've wanted to see. He's an outstanding athlete. There's no question about it.
Nice move there by Lawler. Reversal and a backdrop puts the big 300-pound Mad Dog on the mat. Mad Dog trying to call timeout. Only one problem, Mad Dog. We don't have timeout in wrestling matches. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark of the match. Lawler going against the much heavier Mad Dog.
Lawler should be more aggressive. He should be in there, all the time in there. You see, if I took a man like Lawler, he would be the champion, the world champion today. But you see how he lays back? Am I right or am I right? I'm right. I'm right.
You are right about one thing. Lawler, as we have said many times, is notoriously a slow starter in a match. But then he comes on strong. And, all right, the crowd apparently thinks they have spotted some foreign object in the ring. Referee checks Mad Dog out. Didn't find anything. Meanwhile, Lawler was waiting for him. Coming up on 4 minutes now, gone in the match. 10 minutes, the overall time limit. Up in the air, it's the King. Body slam by Mad Dog. Oh, Mad Dog drops down to the... He had the head.
You see, this is what I'm telling you. A man, no matter if he's a king or a queen or whatever, he can be beaten. And this is what's happening now to Jerry Lawler. I'm not impressed. At this point, I am totally not impressed.
Mad Dog has taken control of things here in the last minute and a half or so. Lawler body slam now by Mad Dog. Mad Dog climbing the rope. He's up on the middle one. The King moves out of the way of the splash. Mad Dog missed, and it's Lawler on the rope. He does not miss. Tux Newman, he's got him for the count of 1, 2, and 3. Lawler off the rope.
With the devil is due. He won.
Here it is again. You can take a look at it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a comment on the form, but you see Mad Dog coming off the rope. The King, very alert, moves, rolls out of the way. Lawler, maybe this is what you were talking about, as Lawler sees the opportunity quickly and comes powering off the rope. And he wraps it up. The referee starts the count at 1, 2, 3, and the King has the win in 4 minutes, 51 seconds of action.
Jerry Lawler will hear from Tux Newman, believe me.
Tux Newman joining us here for a commentary on that match. Thanks for coming by with the opinions. We're going to be back with more of championship wrestling action for you in just a moment. Stay with us.
Associates presents the 1985 Travel and Recreation Show. See the largest selection of RVs and campers ever assembled in this area. Visit displays with campsites, marinas, and boating. Watch champions compete in table tennis. Join in and compete in sanctioned U.S. table tennis tournaments and basketball free throw shooting. Visit a scuba diving display. Take a closer look at exotic fish, crystal blue water, plant life, treasure hunting equipment, and more. See the world's smallest carnival, win a pot of gold, and many other prizes. Brought to you by Tierbach Associates.
Remember the last time we had chicken?
Can't say as I do.
Wasn't that exciting?
Can't say as I recall.
If you didn't get excited the last time you had chicken,
You got it right. Your chicken done right.
at Kentucky Fried Chicken, we make it with a secret blend of herbs and spices.
You got it right. Your chicken done right.
Now this is exciting.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Fill your world with this deluxe Zenith color television for just $199. And check out Risley's complete selection of TVs, many with remote control. And get the remarkable quality of Sony in this deluxe home video recorder, now just $299. These and more, the very best sights and sounds at the best prices, only from Risley's.
So you don't have time to wax your car every 2 or 3 months. Let Z-Bart Protection Services in Evansville or Owensboro Z-glaze your car, and you'll never have to wax your car again. Right now, for a limited time only, you can save $89 off the regular price of Z-glaze paint protection. If you want protection that means no more waxing or buffing to keep your car looking showroom new, insist on Z-glaze. Add life, looks, and value to your car. Invest in proven Z-Bart Z-glaze protection today.
This match is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Total weight of 456 pounds over on the right. Both from Memphis, Tennessee. Ken Raper and his partner, Dave Haskins. Going against them at a total of 590 pounds from parts unknown with their manager, Troy Graham, the intern. This match will be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Great referee Jerry Calhoun ready for the action. Bell time, and here we go. I wouldn't say that Raper and Haskins are right now in the interns class, but brother, they make a really good team, Dave, for a young team.
They do. I think that's a team of the future, one we're going to have to keep our eye on.
I saw it, Troy. Ken Raper. As the intern number 2 hooks that arm. Took him right over and down on the mat. Ken's back up. He's got the height advantage, but the interns, both of them, have plenty of weight advantage. Raper getting hammered around by the intern number 2. There's a tag. Double. Elbow. Raper caught with another big one. And look at here, one. Up, they picked him up. Intern number 1, the bigger of the two, dropping down with that huge knee. That may have put him out of there. He won't let the referee count. Tag. Knee to the midsection. Raper needs to scramble in, and he gets a little help from the intern as he tags David Haskins. They want to share the misery, I guess. Haskins didn't even get in the ring before the interns were on top of him, banging away.
Troy Graham yelling and screaming at him from down here at ringside.
He is hysterical, constantly. Back drop, and Haskins down. To the midsection to cover 1, 2, and Haskins is out of it. Once again, the exchange from number 1 to number 2. Among other things, the former holders of the AWA Southern Tag belts. Raper takes a tag, back in the ring, out on the floor. And the other intern drops off the ring. You can see now it's Troy Graham taking a cheap shot down on the floor at Raper as the referee is back over between Haskins and the other intern. Finally back in the ring, and Raper whipped into the ropes. Could be it. Backdrop. Whoa! They threw him. You're talking about up in the lights, almost to the ceiling that time, Dave.
Raper over every time he's been in there in the match. 2.5 minutes, a little over gone. There's that catapult and the 3-count ball.
So the big interns using their size and viciousness. Look at the way that they ended up with the pin in there. They had opportunities earlier, wouldn't go for it. The big body slam, and now here's the catapult that Dave was talking about. Over the top rope comes the big one, right down on top of Ken Raper, and a 1, 2, 3. That is, I know, Troy. It ended up getting a 1, 2, 3. We've got to take time out, and we'll be back in just a moment. Wednesday night, right there in the Evansville Coliseum. By golly, you're going to see it all. 6 big matches, including a couple of final bouts that you have got to be there to see. It'll be Steve Constant and Tim Ashley going against the big Playboy Frazier, the Lieutenant, and Private Jerry Bryant.
Yeah, you know, Lance, we've wrestled these guys before, and they really haven't created that much of a problem for us. The one that's created the problem for us has been Eddie Gilbert outside the ring, running around, interfering with everything that happens. And we just want to tell you one thing, Eddie Gilbert. If you come in there interfering again like you have been in the past, we got something for you that's going to stop it once and for all.
I don't think the fans would object to that one bit. Brother, I'll tell you one thing they want to be there to see, and that's going to be a Southern heavyweight title match. Under the Texas Death Rules, the King defends against General Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert.
General Gilbert. You know, Lance, when I see him doing interviews in that goofy-looking Army outfit, it's hard for me to believe that I once wore one. Did I look as stupid as he does with that outfit?
No comment on that.
Well, let me tell you something, Gilbert. Wednesday night, I'm going to knock some of that stupidity out of that goofy head of yours, brother. You just come on down there. This is a little different type of match than you've been used to, because the Southern title is at stake. But it doesn't matter if you get pinned once. It doesn't matter if you get pinned twice or 3 times. What matters is when you can't stand on your feet. The man that's left laying is the loser, brother. The man that's standing over him. There's going to be no doubt in anybody's mind who the King is Wednesday night, because I'm going to leave you laying flat on your stinking back.
It's a double test.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. It's #1. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, or try it yourself. That's all the proof you'll need. Selsun Blue. It's #1.
Well, before we get into our final 8-man tag, we obviously have a visit from the Army.
I actually thought that you was going to get through today without hearing from the Army, didn't you?
You can always hope.
I believe in equal opportunity, Lance. I let everybody have their say, let everybody do their thing, and then the General makes his appearance. And we have another surprise for you today. And if we could, I'd like to do this because we need a picnic setting here. Can we please use your table over here? Can we step over here? You mind if we go right over here?
Well, okay. Hey, can we get it? We're going over to the table. Okay. We ready? Hey, Eddie, what is, oh, no. Oh, no.
You know, Playboy here, first lieutenant, is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he tells me they grow the biggest watermelons up there in Pennsylvania there is anywhere.
Well, let me tell you, no. Before you start any of that stuff, dumb, stupid, no.
What?
I've had flour, just
Yes,
hold
sir.
this.
Oh, yes, sir, I'd be glad to. Playboy.
By the way,
Playboy.
what does that say? What does that
Playboy Club. Here. Come on. Come on.
Read it out.
Playboy Club International Keys.
All you people ain't you go.
Playboy Frazier.
You people see that, don't you? Right. Watermelon man, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to like this at all now.
Yeah. Well, you liked it before when old King Lawler was out here.
Yeah,
King Lawler no more.
I have seen this before.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
This is a watermelon from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Is that right? The Army having a big picnic. Is there any particular reason for this celebration, General?
No reason at all. Well, yes, there is. Because, first of all, the person I like to talk about today is Jerry Lawler. We all know that 1985 is the King's year.
That's it.
He said if he doesn't win the world title, he'll retire, right?
He'll let help about it.
Come on, David. Come on. So,
Ain't that good, Lance?
I have a lot of confidence in the King. As a matter of fact, I hope he wins the world title this year because, as everybody knows, I've beat him once, and I can beat him again. That will make me the world heavyweight champion, right? That's right. It will. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And now another man that I'm going to label as a traitor and a Benedict Arnold of Eddie's Army, Joe Lightfoot. Boy, you ain't no Indian. You come out here, you can't even talk English. We all know that the Indians were the first Americans. He can't even speak a lick. I'm English right now.
What's that stuff? Yeah. Now, will you all quit trying to leave me alone?
About Lightfoot. You know, Lance, he's out here talking about he's the Indian. You know where he should be? He should be standing in front of some grocery store somewhere with cigars in his hand like that. But the thing of it is, he'd probably smoke them all up.
Yeah, everybody saw exactly what happened when Mr. Wrestling and Eddie Gilbert got him 2-on-1 in the ring in there. He jumped him.
That's right. They're always blaming Mr. Wrestling for all the interfering and everything, when we all know that, what's his name? He stands out here, he goes, yeah, man, yeah, Randy Savage. Yeah, he's big and bad, baby. But he's not as big and bad as the Army. He's not as big as bad as me. And then you got his brother. They remind me of the Addams Family, Lance. You ever watch that? The Pompa Family. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Come on.
No, I don't want any more of that. Hey, you see who's waiting for you? You're not finished. I wish you would get finished. Will you? Hey, you're running. Will you guys get this mess out of here? Come on, PH. Take that stuff and get out of here. Dave. I guess we're ready to go here. I've been ready.
Yeah, hold on, David and son.
All right, thanks, guys.
Come on, Playboy. Will you quit?
Get you guys up to the ring here. We're ready with the match. Match to the expiration of time. 8-man tag team rules. Total of 861 pounds. From St. John's, New Brunswick, Lenny Poffo. From Quebec, Joe Lightfoot. From Charleston, West Virginia, the Batten twins, Mark and Brad. And this Army down here going against them has a total weight of 1,078 pounds. Playboy Frazier, Jerry Bryant, Mr. Wrestling, and General Gilbert.
Hey, I want to tell you and all these geeks sitting there, son, the next time if somebody calls me Tommy Gilbert, I'm going to punch him right in the nose.
Well, you got a lot of punches to throw there, I'll tell you that.
For Mr. Wrestling.
What a mess. Okay. Bells on.
Here we go.
Watermelons everywhere, seeds in more places than the watermelon. We're off and running. The Battens, I believe that, yeah, it's Mark in there with Jerry Bryant. Reverses on him, fields him out in the middle of the ring. Nice hip toss.
Jerry Bryant out here on the floor after the hip toss by Batten. Bryant.
Pardon me.
Bryant had a little trouble getting back in the ring.
He didn't have any trouble getting out.
No, he got out very quickly. Yeah, he was going to do one of those hot dog moves where he leaps gracefully over the ropes and didn't work quite the way he had hoped.
Okay, Joe Lightfoot in with Jerry Bryant. I tell you, Lightfoot would really like to get a hold of Eddie Gilbert or Mr. Wrestling in there after the stunt they pulled on him a couple of weeks ago. Double-teamed him in the ring. Yeah, Lightfoot backed in. Gilbert holding. And Bryant nails the General, who's down on the deck. T.H. Hart coming over to help him up.
right, go get him. You want to make up for that.
Sending somebody else in there to go get him.
Lightfoot. Oh, what a move.
Boy, he cleaned him out of that corner, too, Dave.
Empty, yeah. They're all huddled down here in front of the desk.
He nailed Jerry Bryant with one of those Tommy Hawk chops. Oh, the crowd's getting into it. Lightfoot in there waiting, and Bryant, I don't know whether he made a tag or not, but I think he's still the one that's in there. The only tagging was done from Lightfoot to Bryant, and the rest of them cleaned out of there in a big hurry.
They all left. I don't think he had a chance to tag anybody, so he has to step back in there.
I wonder what slightly used watermelons are going for on the market. Here's the tag on Mr. Wrestling. So, Joe Lightfoot will now be facing Mr. Wrestling, and he's ready for it. Referee and saying, come on, open the fist up. Hit him with a chop, but not the fist. Eddie Gilbert, the hot stuff general, takes over. Back in the corner, and Joe Lightfoot hemming him in.
Gilbert was running from Lightfoot and almost found himself in the wrong corner over there. He looked around quickly, and there were two Battens and a Pompano staring at him. He may not speak English, but boy, he can throw that tomahawk, huh?
Gilbert, once again, back up on the ring apron and in the ring very quickly tags Playboy Frazier. Here comes the big 400-pounder. Gilbert signifying how smart he is to tag Playboy. Look at the size difference here.
Yeah, he's a mountain.
Lightfoot is about the size of one leg,
right,
and part of the hip. He's dead game, though, straight away at the big guy. Shovels him in. Slams into Frazier. And this time he slips underneath. Oh, yeah. Good move. Tag on Eddie Gilbert. I don't know whether Eddie wants to go in, but he does.
Lightfoot with a crowd on his side. Boy, he picked up on it and went after him, but Gilbert backs into his corner, into a place of safety. No, I hadn't mentioned T.H. Hart also down here in the corner with the Army.
Lenny Poffo taken over, but he holds on, and there's a tag on Bryant. And the very agile and nimble Lenny Poffo backs up and gets ready to meet Bryant. I'm not sure whether Bryant's ready. Referee steps in as Lanny was getting ready to bust him one. Backs him up.
Bryant yelling to the referee, break it, break it, break it.
Bryant, a little conversation with Mr. Wrestling before he goes back into combat, standing side headlock.
Tag on Mr. Wrestling. Oh, Poffo made the tag on Lightfoot. Lightfoot came in after Mr. Wrestling. And the corner is emptied again.
Chief Joe Lightfoot, he's a stocky son of a gun. Got a set of arms on him, and boy, he can bust you. Short of stature compared to some of the other guys, but he can move.
Boy, apparently at somewhere, at some time, he has given Mr. Wrestling fits in a wrestling match or two. Because Mr. Wrestling wanted no part of him right there. Lightfoot said earlier he knew who he was. He said he's Tommy Gilbert.
Mr. Wrestling pops outside the ring again. Made a tag on Jerry Bryant on his way out. Joe Lightfoot over having a little consultation with his war party. Mark and Brad Batten and Lanny Poffo. We're looking at about 3 minutes in time on our expiration of time as the battle goes on. And that's Brad Batten in there with Jerry Bryant.
Brother Mark came in to try to rescue him from the corner. They're really beating up on him. He got him back in the corner here. Lightfoot sent back to the corner. Mark Batten sent
Look at this.
Referee.
It's Eddie Gilbert has that watermelon and he's crushing it in the eyes. While the referee was over there, Gilbert crushing that watermelon in the eyes of Brad Batten. We're down to about 2 minutes in time. 2 minutes to go in the expiration of time.
You know, I guess we should have expected something like that because, face it, they weren't doing too well against the Battens and Joe Lightfoot and Lanny Poffo.
Oh, they're filling up the ring now, Dave. All 8 of them. Everybody going at it. The referee having a time trying to separate some of them. Oh, boy, Gilbert just shattered T.H. Hartine over the head of Brad Batten. That's going to be it. Well, after not having such a good day, the Army members of Eddie Gilbert, yeah, you want it. No, I don't want it, T.H. Get that stuff out of here. Brad Batten was shattered with that cane broken over his head. What kind of time do we have on that,
Time
Dave?
on it was 8 minutes, 38 seconds.
Yeah, let's take a look at exactly how that one ended. As Dave pointed out, you see the cane handed by T.H. to Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert slammed that cane and broke it right over the head of Batten, and that's how he ended up getting the pin on it. They were in serious trouble till he used that watermelon and that cane. I guess we're going to take time out right here, see if we can get some of this mess cleaned up. We'll be back in just a moment.
Cozy Log Homes can put you in your dream home. Beautiful, spacious homes of high-quality, untreated logs. Cozy Log Homes are affordable, approximately 1/3 less than comparable housing. Whether we build your home or you build it on your own lot, you'll save big money. Plus, you'll be delighted with the tremendous savings on your energy bills. Visit Cozy Log Homes off Highway 231, 4.5 miles north of the Owensboro Bridge near Rockport, Indiana. Or call Hall's Cozy Log Homes in Henderson, Kentucky to start planning your own Cozy Log home.
Lloyd's Inland Marine is the place to make your best deal for fun in the sun this summer with Mercury Outboards, the leader in high-performance boating. Warm weather is just around the corner, and Lloyd's is dropping anchor this weekend for their open house with a complete line of Astroglass, Baja, for fishing, skiing, cruising, and just all-around great fun. There will be 20% off all accessories and parts during the open house, so come on out this weekend to Lloyd's Inland Marine on Waterworks Road next to the Barge Restaurant.
Have you heard the new talk at Showbiz? They say that Showbiz has got a talking robotic bear.
Hi, Megan.
They say he's just nuts and bolts, but hey, there's something else there. Billy Bob. He'll chat with you, he'll answer to. This bear really cares. I came to visit you.
I'm embarrassed.
It's a Showbiz pizza place. America's #1 family fun.
You
Universal Furniture is going out of business. Within a few short weeks, the doors will be shut forever, so hurry while the selection is good. Save on space-saving bunk beds from $74, and the best selection of recliners from $74. Lamps and occasional tables, 1/2 off. Sofas as low as $144. Dinette sets from $54, and 4-piece bedroom suites as low as $374. Hurry to Universal Furniture's going out of business sale and save while the selection is still good. Universal Furniture, 1419 Pennsylvania, next to Sterling Brewery.
Watermelon parties, wild and woolly 8-man, and that whole McGilla using a cane to end up winning the match. I don't think that is anything exceptional. Only the fact that I want to be sure everybody knew that's how they won after a rough time. 1985, Jerry's put a lot of pressure on himself by making the announcement about winning the world heavyweight title or retiring. I think it's only fitting we see the winning tradition of Lawler. Big old championship wrestling programs. By golly, we had, what, about 5 matches today, and a lot of action in that last 8-man tag. And that won't be all of it, not for a long time. We're going to take it out now, but be back next week. Till we see you, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.